गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामचन्द्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः Sitaya Pataye Namaha. We saw yesterday Ramo. Who is Ram? Ramo Achintyo Nitya Chit Sarva Sakshi Sarvantasta Sarva Lokaika Karta Bharta Harta Ananda Murti Vibhuma Sita Yoga Chintayate Yoga Bhisa. The yogis, they think of the Ram and Ramchandra ji. Who is this Ramchandra ji? The one who is unthinkable, beyond your thoughts. Nitya, eternal. Chit Sarva Sakshi. He is the Chit, he is the all knowledge, he is the consciousness itself, and he is Sarva Sakshi. And I told you Sarva Sakshi means he is the witness of everything. And what is everything? Everything is included in waking, dream, and deep sleep, and samadhi. There is nothing else apart from that. So he is the Sakshi, he is the witness of everything. And Sarva Lokaika Karta, and everything in this universe is happening only because he is there. So, to think that I am doing something, to think that I am achieving something, to think that I am a self-made person is the biggest joke of the life. Everything he is doing, we have not done anything. Even right now, what is being talked is also by him, not by me, by this person, or by this body. Everything is instigated, everything is ordered, everything is maintained and destroyed by Ramchandra ji alone. So he is the Sarva Lokaika Karta, Bharta Harta, and he being the all-pervasive principle, he removes, he takes away everything that is not required. Bharta Harta, he removes away all the, where was this verse? 21st. He's the maintainer of our intellect, antakaran also, and that is what we told you was mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. Our mind expresses as these four types of thoughts. Mana is the emotional thoughts, buddhi is the intellectual, decision-making, convincing thoughts, chitta is the memory, and all these three are owned by the I thought. And all these expressions are also nothing but the Ramchandra ji himself. You must accept that. But we don't. We say, मैं बताता हूँ तुम किस खेत की मूली हो. And we try to bring our ego up, and in this way and they are able to realize this Ram. The yogis are able to realize this Ram not by thinking about Ram. They are able to do it by the support of Sita, and for that they invoke the Sita ji, because Sita ji is the Prakriti. Your thinking is Prakriti, your buddhi is Prakriti, your thoughts are Prakriti, your journey is Prakriti, in the Prakriti, isn't it? So everything is Prakriti, and if she is conducive towards you, if she is loving towards you, she will deliver Ram to you without you doing anything. So the yogis remember her, and then the next verse is कहाँ गया? हाँ, अपाणिपादो जवनो ग्रहीता पश्यत्य चक्षुष शृणोत्य कर्णः स वेत्ति विश्वं न हि तस्य वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं पुराणम्. In the 22nd verse, he says that apanipadam, that Ramchandraji, who is he? Without having feet, he is moving everywhere. These are the verses from our Ishavasya Upanishad. So, without having hands, he is doing all the work. Without having legs, he is moving everywhere. And very quickly, and without wasting any time, he can be anywhere, he can grasp anything, not like us. If I say, can you give me that rumal there? You have to get up and give it to me, and then I have to wait till you give it to me, then I will have it. There is a lag, there is a delay. But for Ramchandraji, there is no delay. Instantaneous. And in this way, another sentence he says here is, where are we? Pashyatya chakshus shashrunotya karna. So here first it was told hands, legs. Now he is talking about the eyes. He says without eyes he sees everything everywhere. Without the ears he listens to everything. Now these are contradictions. You have never come across anything. How can I hear without ears? How can I see without the eyes? Isn't it? But you know, Surdas ji composed so many so much poetry without any eyes. You were saying yesterday Dongre Maharaj? Dongre Maharaj was also blind.
Yes.
And he wrote hundreds of thousands of compositions. No eyes. Or some, at very young age, he was born like that, or he lost his eyes?
I think he lost his eyes.
He lost his eyes because of some medicine or some disease that was passing by.
चित्रकूट का जो प्रोफेसर साहब है यूनिवर्सिटी का, वो भी तो रामचंद्र भद्राचार्य, he is blind as well.
He is also blind. Ramabhadracharya, nowadays Modi ji is उनका बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, chemist, he is a devotee of him.
That's right.
तो वो भी ब्लाइंड, पर कितना सब कुछ जानते हैं, सारे श्लोक जानते हैं, पूरी रामायण बताते हैं, पर कभी पढ़ा नहीं. नेवर सॉ. देन हाउ?
और ब्रेल भी नहीं उसका काम में आता.
हाँ, सी. सो दीज आर कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस which are beyond our understanding. And understand, between the contradictions is the truth, is Ramchandra ji. So don't think Ramchandra ji is only the photograph that you are seeing. Here it is told, without hands he grasps everything. Without feet he moves everywhere. Without eyes he sees everything inside and outside. Without the ears he hears everything. You think that dirty thoughts are going on in our mind, or desirous thoughts are going on in our mind, and nobody knows. And बाहर हम अच्छे बन के घूम रहे हैं, but he is listening to everything. Whatever you are thinking, he is listening. So we have to be. This is what is told here, and then so that Ramchandra ji, who is without form, क्या कहते हैं? It is very difficult for us human beings to grasp such a Ramchandra ji with all these qualities. What is the qualities? We just told you. Without eyes he sees, without ears he hears, everywhere he moves, without legs, etc., etc. Very difficult. And to answer that question, or the next verse says, Tayo param janma udaharisye yayor yatha karana dehadharinoho arupino rupa vidharanam punaha nrunam mahanugraha eva kevalam. In the 23rd verse, what is told is that due to certain reasons, karana is cause. Sometimes someone has given the sharp, like what is that? Dhritarashtra's wife, Gandhari. Gandhari gave the sharp to Krishna Bhagwan that you will also suffer as I have suffered. Bhagwan doesn't suffer, but she gave the sharp. And because she was a Pativrata, because she was a Shiv Bhakta, so her words had so much power that Bhagwan could not do anything otherwise. And he says, okay, if this is what you wish, and therefore he had to finish his his whole clan, Yadava clan, you know. So Karanavash, some cause, because of which that unthinkable Ram, that Ram who is the Paramatma Swarup, who is without any form, he comes and takes the form. And when he comes, he doesn't come alone. Ramchandraji comes always with Sita ji. And here he says, Valmiki ji is saying that about those two who are beyond the thoughts and they have manifested on the earth as Ram and Sita, I am going to tell you about them. And for human beings to contemplate on Ram and Sita without form is unthinkable. It is just not possible. So I will talk to you about the form. Pathan dvijo agrush bhatvamiyat kshatranvayo bhumi patitvamiyat vanijjana panya phalatvamiyat shrunvan hi shudropi mahatvamiyat. This is the last verse in this first group of verses. It is said here that anyone who reads this and anyone who speaks about this, or anyone who gives respect to an educated person, a Brahman Purush who is talking about this Adbhut Ramayan or about Ramchandra ji and Sita ji, may he become, what does it say? Okay. May a Brahman gain the greatness of speech by thinking about Rama and Sita. May the Kshatriya become the master of the whole Prithvi. And may the Vaishya is the business person, may he gain great wealth by the grace of Rama and Sita. And the Shudra is the a sanskarik fellow, may he also gain a great importance in the society. How? When he is dedicated to the Ram Sita Charitra. And this way, here he says, Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adbhutottak Kande Adbhut Uttara Kande Adi Kavye Ram Janaki Parabrahma Rupa Pratipadanam Nama Prathama Sargaha. सब कुछ ये कहाँ से शुरू हो रही है कहानी? In the next class I will tell you. This story is what is going to be told about. We have heard the common Ramayana, and in that common Ramayana what happens? Ramchandra is born, Sita ji is born, etc., etc., and Ravan is killed. And after Ravan is killed, उसका राज्याभिषेक हो जाता है अयोध्या में आके. And once the राज्याभिषेक is done, everyone, all the sages, munis, etc., they have come and they are singing the glory of Sri Ramchandra ji. Bolo Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai. When this type of ghoshna is being done, Sita ji is laughing away. She's smiling away. The Muni said, why are you smiling? Did we do anything wrong? Did we say anything wrong? What Siyavara Ramchandra ki jai? हाँ? नहीं मेरा जय नहीं. She says, अभी पृथ्वी का भार ऊपर पूरा उतरा नहीं है. And what is that? Then she reveals the secret that there is not only a Dashanan Ravan. There is not only one Dashanan Ravan, there are two Ravanas. One is Dashanan, which has been killed by Ramchandra ji just now, but there is another Sahasramukh Ravan. Sahasra means 1,000. And his story then in the next, no, it's not in the next chapter, but we will tell you that next story in the next class, because again the lamba pad jayega. And in this way, when they say Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, from that moment onwards, now Sita Charitra begins. Till then it was Ram Charitra, because what did they say? Iti Arshe Srimad Ramayana Valmiki. In the Srimad Ramayana, which is written by the Valmiki, Adbhut Uttarakande, in the wondrous Uttarakand, last wala part jo hai, wo to Uttarakand hai na, Adi Kavya. This whole Ramayana is the Adi Kavya. It is the eternal, beginningless poetry. राम जानकी दोनों को पता है, श्री राम एंड श्री सीता जी, परब्रह्म स्वरूप प्रतिपादनम. And what is this whole discussion going on, or what has been penned down? It is Parabrahma Swarupa Pratipadam. We are establishing what? We are establishing the Parabrahma Swarup, that the nature of Sita and Ramchandra ji is that of Parabrahma, is that of Paramatma, is that of Brahman. And what is that Paramatma or Parabrahma? It is beyond name and form. And with this we conclude the first chapter, and from this point onwards, now Sita Charitra begins, the greatness of Sita, which is not there in Ramayana. Ramayana is all about Ram. Ramayana is all about after they come to the forest, Kishkinda Kand, then the Hanumanji comes into the picture. But it's only Ram. सीता जी का क्या है? सीता जी आई, उसको हरण कर लिया, उसके बाद कोई स्टोरी नहीं है. अशोकवन में वो रो रही थी, राम 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 राम, फिर हनुमान जी गए, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. बट उसका ग्रेटनेस क्या है वो कहीं पे विस्तार से कहीं नहीं बताया है. अभी इधर हम उसको प्रस्तुत करने वाले हैं. एंड दैट, सो इट विल बी इंटरेस्टिंग. सी, वन मोर थिंग यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड. इन आवर सोसाइटी, इन आवर सनातन धर्म, आजकल तो आप देख रहे हो ना वर्ल्ड में, एवरीवेयर यू सी, वुमन वांट्स टू वेयर द पैंट्स, वुमन वांट्स टू compete with man, isn't it? Woman wants to take the job of the man, and that's why nowadays you get house husbands and working women. कितने मैं 2-3 लोगों को जानता हूँ. So our culture has never ever condemned the woman, has never seen the woman as lower than man. And this comes across through the charitra of Sita ji. Sita ji, Mandodari, Shachi, Anusuya. तो ये सब लेडीज जो हैं, they were partners of their, along with their husband, but while being and maintaining the womanhood without diluting that, they have achieved greatness in life. We don't have to compete with man. Imagine if man starts competing with woman. Why only she wears sari? I will also wear sari. गड़बड़ हो जाएगी ना. है, ऐसे भी है. That is not what we are trying to propagate here. We are trying to show, we have to understand that in our scriptures, the greatness of woman has always been paramount, because we understand that infinite reality cannot be accessed by you and me through our senses without the woman, the Stri Shakti. And what is that Stri? Sattva Rajas Tamas, Mahaguna Sampanna. And what is her nature? In essence, she is Moola Prakriti. And that Mula Prakriti alone is expressing as all the forms and names that you are seeing. Keeping this in mind, if you understand this, in our culture, you see so many ladies have reached high positions in banks and businesses and everything, but they have not become manly. They're still women. They're still, the delicateness of the woman is still there, which you don't see in the Western world. Western world is total competition. They will talk like that, they will behave like that, they will walk like that, they'll dress like that. So Sita ji, for all the Naris here, for all of us, and there is a Nari in every one of us. There is a female in every one of us. So we are all a mixture of male and female. And here, through the Sita ji Charitra, we will be seeing the greatness of the not manhood, womanhood. Womanhood, manhood.
कोई हुड है
कोई तो हुड है. So we'll just conclude here and we will look at the story and then the second chapter. The second chapter is about the now in this Adbhut Ramayan, incidents are taken from a big expanse of the stories, which these stories you may not have heard, but those stories are taken to bring out the character and the qualities of Sita ji. And why we are bringing out that? Only to understand that she and Ramchandra ji are not separate. Chalo. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.